What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about Dominik Szoboszlai and Liverpool's sensational start. And do you think Liverpool will win the title this season? Because more and more Liverpool fans are talking about it, so I wanted to give my opinion and analysis on why the potential reasons why Liverpool could win the title in the Premier League this season. But let me know your prediction in the comments below. Where do you think Liverpool will finish this season in the Premier League? Let's predict it together. I think we will fall just a little bit short and finish in second place, but if everything aligns, then Liverpool can definitely win the title, because I think we improved on last season so much with our midfield, which was the biggest problem for Liverpool last season. We had a very bad season last season, coming fifth, and with a midfield rebuild, signing 4 midfielders, I think Liverpool have done a lot. We didn't do as much as we could have, because if we signed just one more centre back, I would be a little bit more confident. But Dominik Szoboszlai is the game changer. Finally, we have our own Kevin De Bruyne. Not since Steven Gerrard was in his prime, or Coutinho in his prime in the Liverpool team, did Liverpool have a goal-scoring, all-action midfielder like Dominik Szoboszlai. He looks and feels like a young Steven Gerrard in his game, and imagine how good he will be when he hits his prime. Remember, he's only 22 years old. He only had played 4 games in the Premier League, and he looks like an absolute superstar already. I absolutely adore him. Dominik Szoboszlai has the potential to be that galvanizing signing. Remember when we signed Virgil van Dijk? He transformed Liverpool so much that we went from a top 4 team to a title challenging team almost instantly. He galvanized Liverpool to reaching back-to-back Champions League titles. Alisson was a similar transformative signing. Mo Salah was a similar transformative signing. And Liverpool absolutely need these kind of signings, because we can't keep signing 60-70 million pound footballers hoping that one of them clicks. We absolutely have to get it right, and Liverpool, boy did they get it right. Liverpool were crying out for an all-action midfielder like Dominik Szoboszlai. So his record so far is he scored a goal, he won a penalty after another shot of his. He, made the goal that basically Jota scored in the Bournemouth game. His shot was deflected and the goalkeeper parried it. He also completed the most dribbles in the Liverpool team, 7. Most shot creating actions, 18. Most carries into the box, 6. Most recoveries in midfield, 26. I can't stress this enough. From an attacking midfielder to have the most recoveries in midfield shows his absolutely incredible, immense work rate. And this is why I was so excited about Liverpool signing Dominik Szoboszlai, because I've been watching him for years. I'm a fellow Hungarian like him, and I've been going to the Puskás stadium, which is just 2 kilometers away from my flat, where I've been watching Dominik Szoboszlai captain this brilliant Hungary team, which is, I think, the best Hungary national team of the past 30 years. And Dominik Szoboszlai is definitely the best and most talented Hungarian player of the last 30 or 40 years. Certainly my generation has never seen a player as talented as Dominik Szoboszlai, and I think Liverpool have as good a chance as Arsenal to challenge Man City in the Premier League title race. What Liverpool need for Liverpool to be able to win the Premier League is we need Man City to drop off a little bit from a 90 or 95 point season. We just need Man City to get to 85, 86 points. Also, Liverpool need to keep their defense fit. We need to keep Trent, Robertson and Van Dijk fit. Konate, of course, will get injured from time to time, because that's just the kind of player he is. But Gomez and Matip really stepped up this season, especially Gomez. I've been very impressed by Joe Gomez and his calmness and assurance on the ball. And Gomez is one of the reasons why I'm also more confident now that the season is on the way that Liverpool can win the Premier League title. I'm not saying we will win the Premier League title, because you can never make a prediction like that, but I think we can if the stars align, and Liverpool now have a brilliant goal scorer like Mo Salah. Now we have another number 9 like Darwin Núñez, who can not, score as many goals as Erling Haaland, but he can get us 15-20 goals in a season. And Luis Diaz, one of the best wingers. I mean, the whole front line of Liverpool with Jota and Gakpo in the wings, waiting for their chance. Liverpool have the most strength in depth in their attack, and now we finally have a midfield with strength in depth. Because remember, Bajcetic, Thiago and Gravenberch still haven't played any minutes this season. So add those 3 players to Liverpool's already very good options in midfield, and Liverpool going forward and in midfield look very good. My only worry is the defense. We didn't sign a centre-back to get us cover in case we have an injury crisis in the centre-back position or in the right-back position. If Trent Alexander-Arnold, who put his hamstring against Aston Villa, and Liverpool are waiting for scans to show how long his injury is. If Trent Alexander-Arnold is out for months. Yes, Joe Gomez can play right back, but that's not his best position. Liverpool lose one of their most potent and effective threats, Trent Alexander-Arnold, in the double pivot, tucking in to midfield from the right back spot, and him spraying balls towards Darwin Núñez, Mo Salah, Luis Diaz, and towards Dominik Szoboszlai. It's one of the most brilliant weapons that Liverpool have in their arsenal, and if Trent is out for a long time, we don't really have a proper backup right back. Joe Gomez is the right back backup, but his skill set is different, a lot different to Trent Alexander-Arnold. He can cross the ball pretty decently. I think last season against Rangers he showed that he can play right back to a decent level, but of course nowhere near the world-class level that Trent Alexander-Arnold possesses. Also, if Van Dijk or Konate is injured for a long time, there are worries that Gomez and Matip, especially their lack of pace, especially Matip's lack of pace, is worrying, because in the Premier League there are so many quick, fast players, and Oli Watkins sometimes in the foot race against Matip, it showed a clear pace difference, which is not really Matip's fault. He's not the fastest centre-back that Liverpool have, and he's also 32 years old. But if Liverpool can keep the defense fit for the majority of the season, I think we can get to 80 to 85 points. I still worry sometimes against teams who exploit Liverpool on the counter-attack. If we don't put pressure on the player with the ball, like Aston Villa failed to put pressure on Trent Alexander-Arnold when he had the ball, and we punished them time and time again. Trent could do anything with the ball, and if Liverpool do the same like we did last season so many times, Liverpool was still playing a high line, but without the constant pressure from the attackers, from the midfield. We just didn't put any pressure on the player who had the ball, and it killed Liverpool. On the counter-attack, we had so many chances conceded against us, and it was only Alisson who prevented Liverpool from having an even worse defensive record. Remember, we conceded 47 goals last season, which is a lot. I mean, in the Premier League only, which is a lot from a Liverpool team. And we could have conceded a lot more if we didn't have the best goalkeeper in the world. And I think Liverpool absolutely have to ride this wave of positive momentum. It's a shame that now there is a 2-week international break, because I think Liverpool have finally clicked against Aston Villa. We looked like a different team. We looked like a team capable of challenging for the title. Of course, the Premier League season is a marathon, and there is a lot of twists and turns coming. But the good news is, it looks like Mo Salah is staying at Liverpool, because just 3 or 4 hours ago he posted a picture of him in a Liverpool shirt celebrating his goal against Aston Villa, and that isn't a player who wants to leave, who is agitating for a move to Saudi Arabia. And even Dominik Szoboszlai, after his Aston Villa man of the match performance, by the way, how good Dominik Szoboszlai was against Aston Villa. I'm so happy he got his first goal. He said that about Mo Salah, that he spoke to him and Mo Salah said that he wants to stay. He wants to fight for trophies. He wants to play for Liverpool this season. And Andy Robertson said, Mo Salah is the ultimate professional. He does what he does. He's one of the best players in the world. For us, there is no concern. He's a Liverpool player, and we believe that will be the case for the foreseeable future, which is really, really promising. I mean, if Liverpool sell Salah right now, even if for ridiculous money like 250 to 300 million pounds, who gets the numbers? You can buy two brilliant players, but they can't replace Salah. Of course, for example, you can't play with 12 players, obviously, and no one will replicate Mo Salah's numbers, at least not for the foreseeable future, because Salah gets constantly 40 goal contributions per season, around 30 goals on average, and 10 assists per season on average, which is absolutely crazy. I mean, only the biggest players can replicate that season after season. I mean, I'm talking about Erling Haaland and maybe Kevin De Bruyne when he's fit for the full season, and Messi and Ronaldo in their prime could replicate those seasons. And of course, Harry Kane was another player in the Premier League who replicated those numbers season in, season out. But there is not one player out there who can come in right now and straight away replace Salah. We have to sign somebody like Darwin Núñez, I think, who can maybe one day replace Salah's numbers, but then we would need to have another player like that coming in. I mean, everyone loves Kvaratskhelia from Napoli, but he doesn't get as many goals as Salah. Maybe he has the potential to become as good as Salah one day, but not right now, not next summer. So Salah is the top of the elite. He's in the top 5 best players, best attackers in the world. In his position, definitely he is number 1 or number 2. So we have some great forward players at Liverpool, but none that you can rely on season in, season out, like Mo Salah. I mean, Mo Salah just broke his own record of getting like a goal contribution, a goal or an assist in more than 10 Premier League games in a row. And it will be the same scenario when we have to replace Alisson or Van Dijk. Nobody comes close in their positions to those kind of players. They are generational talents. They are so influential, and that's why I really desperately wanted Liverpool to strengthen as much this summer, because these players can't play forever. Alisson can definitely play for another 5, 6, 7 years, but Van Dijk can't, Salah can't. Maybe we have one more season of Salah, we don't really know that, but we have to absolutely maximize this. And that's why I think Liverpool should be going for the title this season, because who knows, we might lose Mo Salah next summer to Saudi Arabia, and then what? Liverpool will have to do another rebuild, which is going to be even more painful than the midfield rebuild, potentially, because we can't really replace Salah's numbers. But right now, this season, we have as good a chance as Arsenal, I think, to challenge Man City for the title. And Man City is the benchmark. They have 2 world-class players in every position, and with the signing of Doku and Matheus Nunes, they actually plugged pretty big holes in their squad. But the jury is still out on both of them. We don't know how good they will be for Man City. And that's why I'm saying that Man City are a little bit more vulnerable than last season. Erling Haaland is still going to score a bucket load of goals for them because they are creating so many chances. But against the biggest teams, that's when I will see how good Man City are. Because I hope that they will start dropping points against the biggest teams, but I wouldn't be surprised if Man City get again to 90 or 95 points, with Liverpool pushing them all the way, and Arsenal now, I think, in the mix. It was absolutely hilarious how Man United celebrated after they thought that they won it in the 89th minute through Garnacho, and then it was ruled out for offside, and then Arsenal scored in the 96th, and in the 102nd minute. What a game the Arsenal-Man United game was. Absolutely amazing entertainment. And of course, every day that Arsenal lose is a good day as a Liverpool fan. But, this is a big statement win for Arsenal. Just like Liverpool winning at Newcastle in the last minute was a big statement win for Liverpool as well. Arsenal will be in the title race, and I expect them to be even better than last season. I mean, last season Arsenal got 84 points and I expect them to improve on that. So Liverpool will have to get at least 85 to maybe 90 points to win the title. Man City got 89 points, but they took their foot off the gas in the last 2 games. They only got 1 point after already being confirmed champions, and they were preparing for the FA Cup and the Champions League final. So Man City could have easily got to 94 points again, but Liverpool absolutely have to improve. I mean, the 67 points last season was really bad showing, and actually Liverpool scoring 75 goals was actually not too bad. Only Arsenal and Man City scored more goals than Liverpool last season, but conceding 47 goals is really poor. I mean, we conceded more goals than Aston Villa and Brentford, for example. We conceded as many goals as Chelsea. Remember how poor Chelsea were last season? Liverpool conceded as many goals as Chelsea last season. So that's a really shocking statistic. We need to get back to the standards of 2 seasons ago, where Liverpool got to 92 points. We only conceded 26 goals. We scored 94 goals. That is absolutely remarkable. And we shared the goals around. Salah scored 23, Mane scored 16, Jota scored 15 goals. And that's what Liverpool need for a proper title challenge. We need at least 3 players to score at least 10-15 goals in a season. Salah will usually get you 20 goals a season and 10 assists in the league, and another 10 goals in other competitions. But Liverpool absolutely have to do big numbers. But I think with Darwin Núñez hitting top form this season, he can easily score 15 goals in the league and maybe another 5 to 10 goals in other competitions. And of course we expect Diaz to score 10-15 goals, Jota again 10-15 goals, Gakpo 10 goals on average he should score. So it's going to be a fascinating season. Fabrizio Romano said that the best deal of the summer is Alexis Mac Allister for just £35 million. I think Liverpool did a very good job. This is a great signing by Liverpool for a fee like this. This is something incredible. And Ryan Gravenberch also has indicated to Michael Reiziger, the under-21 Netherlands coach, that he wants to focus on Liverpool during the international break and he will not travel with Holland. And respect that decision, because it tells you a lot about his character, that he doesn't want to follow his heart and play for his country. He wants to stay at Liverpool and gives himself the best possible chance to get a place in the Liverpool midfield, because Jurgen Klopp needs to work with Gravenberch on the training field for 2 weeks to implement his ideas into Gravenberch's head, to get familiar with the Liverpool tactics. It's a fresh start, and he has decided to stick at Liverpool instead of international duty. Gravenberch knows his quality and he wants to make sure he's back on track to the talent that we know he can be. And if Gravenberch plays frequently and with Jurgen Klopp's coaching, I think soon Gravenberch will be called up to the senior side of the Dutch national team. But of course already Reiziger criticized the Holland under-21 manager criticized Gravenberch, which I think is really an idiot thing to do. This is what Reiziger said about Gravenberch: I don't like his choice to stay at Liverpool. I've told him this. If you can join the national team, you do this with your heart and don't think about yourself. Gravenberch is trying to settle into his new club, which will allow him to get minutes and therefore benefit the national team in the long run. Doesn't matter what Reiziger thinks anyway from a Liverpool point of view, because I think Gravenberch will be soon called up for the Dutch senior national team. It's not like they have world-class talents all over the pitch. Yes, they have De Jong and other good midfielders, but they don't have stacked midfield like France national team has. And of course you also have to think about when you move to a new country, new city, new team, you have to settle as well. You need to find a place to sleep, the place to stay, and also need to get to know the city. You need to start training with your team. You need to start listening to the manager Jurgen Klopp about the tactical setup, the tactical instructions. So Also, Gravenberch spoke with Reitziger on the phone, so they should understand his thinking. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.